Here we go. Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Hey-o.
That means we're talking turf, boys.
I love
Oh,
Tuesday.
man, I tell you, I get a little tired, and then I hear that music, and I'm amped right back up.
Ain't that the truth?
6 to midnight.
Oh, man, what is going on, guys? Tuesday night.
It is Tuesday, and we're going to be talking grass.
Oh, yeah. Who do we got in the chats? Oh.
Turf Nerd.
Nerd.
He was the first one in.
Papa
He's
Mose.
pumped.
Oh, man.
Turf
Steel
Nerd, he sent us a video of his kids saying, watch, keep off the grass, livecast. So if not, I stuck that in our, what do they call them, highlights. So check that out. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Steel Cut Lawn says Tuesday nights are better than Friday nights.
I like it.
That's right.
This is my Friday night.
Yeah.
Hanging with the boys.
And Jade
talking
Pello, what's
grass,
up, drunk clown guy?
Chilling.
Yard
Man, we got
Missouri.
It's got to be past.
Missouri.
It's got to be past his bedtime. I mean, he's probably drinking coffee just to stay awake at 9 o'clock at night.
It's past my
I got the Missouri hat on for him tonight.
My
Out in the chat.
You.
He does have some cool merch.
We got all kind of fly hats up in this chat tonight. Look at Brian's rocking the old Full Soul hat from
Yeah.
Pro Pete. Olee.
Osel.
Olee's got a new hat on. The old Tuckahoe Turf.
This
Big
thing's
old
warm.
Big old leather patch hat.
Yeah, that's
Cody?
nice.
Look at
That's
Cody's
weird,
hat.
man.
Cody's got the old black Turfmend hat.
Ooh.
Dang.
Yeah.
Fitting.
Man, I
What
wonder
do
if
you-
we're giving a
Mark, what do you got on? Mark, what do you got on?
Stripe Life.
I got them. This is the Missouri.
Oh,
Missouri.
Missouri.
it almost looks like the Stripe Life logo that I've seen before.
Yeah, I've got like 6 of those. I don't want to wear it all the time.
Well, Nate's got the old Bush Latte hat on there with light blue. I like it.
Yeah, the old baby blue.
Yeah, that's
Baby
fresh.
blue. Looks good.
Got to
man.
match. Got to
Choice.
match.
Yeah.
Well, what do you say we get this thing kicked off the right way, everyone?
Let's
So
do it.
let's grab that beverage of choice, whether it be a Bush Latte, a little
See-through.
Coca-Cola, a little Mexico Coca-Cola, or whatever you're drinking in the chat. Let us know what you're drinking in the chat, but whatever you're drinking tonight, raise those babies up, grab that tab, pop her back, and slam it down, and let's keep off the grass. Bush.
Brian's got the Mexican Coke.
Yeah, the good stuff. That real cane sugar.
Mexican Coke all over this place, man.
Nah.
Yeah, you get it cheap down here.
You ain't gonna come back.
Yeah, I probably won't be able to come back. I'm stuck down
So
here.
who do we got here tonight with us?
Yeah, tonight we got Jeff with Turfmend, one of the co-founders of Turfmend. Welcome, Jeff. Glad you
Thanks,
guys
guys.
join us tonight.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
You know, I'll be honest, I was not aware of Turfmend before we started kind of working on see if you wanted to come on to the show. But I'm excited now that I've kind of read a little bit. It sounds really cool. How about you tell us a little bit about yourself and Turfmend and kind of what you guys do and what makes you guys different than some of the other folks out there?
Sure. A little bit about me. I was born and raised in Boise, Idaho. I'm kind of the black sheep of the family. Everyone else in my family were attorneys. So I went to Kansas State for golf course management, got my turf degree. I got a business minor and was in the golf industry and got out of the golf industry about 5 years ago. And about 4 years ago, me and another superintendent started Turfmend. Me and my wife ended up buying him out. And so me and my wife now own the business together. About 3.5 years ago, we started working with Barenbrug USA. So our first product we did sand, peat moss, grass seed. It was basically a refined divot mix from my days as a superintendent. So I worked with Micah, who you guys had on. And then last year, we put together a compost product, which is a lot lighter, easier to ship. Worked with John Perry, Green County Fertilizer, to kind of rebrand. Got a new logo, got a new slogan, and just about under 2 months ago, I quit my job and we moved to Indiana from Washington and doing it full time now. So
That's awesome.
2,200 miles, and now it's for real and starting to grow pretty good. So a little scary, but exciting. So.
Man, that's awesome, man.
So was it? So it sounds like it would be something that you would use. Like, are we talking like turf fields where like you're doing soccer or football, that sort of thing?
Right.
Is it like really good for like patch repairs, or what would be the primary use that you would see for some DIY guys like us or people out there that might be watching?
So I guess a lot of golf course superintendents buy it for divots, right? So we'll sell sand, peat moss, grass seed for a lot of golf course superintendents. We're starting to get in a lot of sports turf guys. They'll put it in a drop spreader, put it around baseball, around the pitcher's mound, around the home plate. A lot of landscape companies, a lot of homeowners, municipalities, school districts use the compost. We're starting to sell it pretty much everybody now. So
nice.
So it sounds like maybe some of your high traffic areas that are getting worn down.
Right.
That's going to be what it's with the mixture that's got. I'm assuming that's going to kickstart the germination process and the success rate of growth. Is that kind of the whole purpose of it?
Yeah, it just holds more moisture. Then we use Barenbrug's yellow jacket coated seed. And obviously that holds 600 times its weight in moisture. There's starter fertilizer in there. There's also a fungicide as well. So
is there different seed types that you sell?
Yeah, we do Bermuda, bentgrass, bluegrass, tall fescue, sun and shade, and then full sun and ryegrass mix as well. And then we'll do custom blends for people. Barenbrug's been great about letting us do custom mixes.
Is it all Barenbrug seed and cultivars?
Yeah, last year there's a pretty big seed shortage, so we bought some from Mountain View Seed. They're pretty generous and letting us buy some. And Barenbrug doesn't typically mix with other seeds, but the way the seed was, this year we had to buy some Mountain View Seed. And James and Aaron, James at Barenbrug and Aaron at Mountain View are actually kind of related through marriage. They're brother-in-law.
Oh,
Work pretty well together, so they're pretty.
So they're okay with mixing, mixing brands. That's good.
Yeah, they're all good. James at Barenbrug's a great guy. We had a lot of struggles starting this product. It seems easy, especially when you're mixing it out. You know, at a golf course, you do sand, peat moss, grass seed, right? Pretty easy. But taking that and packaging it is a whole different ball game. You know, you got moisture issues, you gotta have the bag breathe. And when we first started, we had issues where we had germinated in the bag. And then we also had issues where the bag didn't breathe enough. So we blended up 10 pallets. Never really told this story, but blended up 10 pallets of grass seed, had this really nice fancy retail bag. We did tests, we thought it worked great. And eventually there just wasn't enough breathing holes in the bag. All the seed went back. And we put all of our money to blend up these 10 pallets. And James, being the nice guy he was, he said, hey, you make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We all learn together. He's like, we're going to throw them away. We're going to give you a credit and we're going to blend it again and start over.
yeah.
And he pretty much prevented our company from going bankrupt. So Barenbrug's been great to me. I know a lot of people ask why I'm with Barenbrug, and one, they're the only company that gave me a chance to to do it in the first place, and then James pretty much saved our company. So I'm pretty loyal to them, and they've always been really good to me. I actually have a meeting with James later this week just to kind of talk about what's going on and how to move forward. And he's always there to help me out. So they've been really invested. Sure, we succeed. So
the guys at Barenbrug are amazing.
Yeah.
The whole group at Barenbrug is amazing.
yeah, I know they were on your show for a while, right? So
Oh yeah,
and they've been talking pretty highly of you. So
That's a
So
cool
Jeff,
story.
there's a couple of guys in the chat that have asked, and everybody that knows me knows this is a question that I would ask too. Is Turfmend a good product to use on dog pee spots?
So the compost is a great thing for dog pee spots. Compost, when you put it in the soil, it kind of helps neutralize the pH. So it'll take it from a 5 or so, once done, it gets pretty acidic, and it'll kind of bring it back up to neutral. So I would use the compost peat moss, and you can buy those online on our book.
Yeah,
So-
I was
go ahead,
just
Mark.
going to say I've used it several times, and Jeff, you and I have had that conversation because my dog, not as bad in the past, but just absolutely would just destroy. Because I got a 60-pound retriever, and just his piss is just really acidic to the point where like I no longer let him pee in the front yard anymore. But I've used it. I've patched with Turfmend. I think it's the Turfmend. Is it the Blue Pro? Is that the one that's like 80%?
Yeah, we changed it to H&P, but we used to have Turf Blue Pro in it.
Yeah, whatever the one. I think it was like 80% bluegrass, 20% rye, or
Right,
something or other. But anyways, I've used it, and I thought it worked really well for patching dog urine spots.
It seems like it takes the guesswork out of it, because like when I'm doing
Right.
when I'm just like overseeding, you're laying seed and you're raking it in and then you water it. But if you have full on bare spots and you want something that's kind of pre-mixed, you got the ratios the way you want it, it's got all that stuff
Right.
to lock in the moisture, give it a little protection, and then you put it in those areas that need a little something extra.
Right.
That seems like that would be a good use for it. Or if you get thin spots from an intense summer and you want to kind of go a little heavier on some areas, throw that in there. That's a cool idea. It kind of makes it simple for guys who maybe don't want to think about it as much or aren't as gung-ho as we might be sometimes.
I mean, we even have golf courses that have 40 people on their crew, and they'll still buy the product. They'll have $1 million budgets. It's so easy for them, right? It's like you can tell anybody to go grab a bag, fill divots. It takes the guesswork out of it. And it took Barenbrug a while to kind of get the process down. And definitely heard about it from their production guy. And but now that they have it down, they do it pretty smooth, and it makes people's lives easier. And it's not that no one can mix up their own stuff. It's just a matter of convenience and efficiency, especially right now. A lot of people don't want to work. So if they have this product, it's just ready to go.
Where can you buy the product as a homeowner? So if I myself had some bare spots, I want to patch them, what avenues can we purchase it? Is it Amazon, your website?
Next year, we're going to be on homedepot.com and lowes.com. John Perry at Green County Fertilizer has the 8-pound bags. Our website has 35-pound bags. And then if you go on our website, there's also 9 distributors that we currently have on there. So if they're close to you, you can buy that. But we have a lot of gaps still in our distribution. So your best bet for homeowners will be the Lowe's and Home here. So
Awesome.
So here's a technical question from Golf Course Lawn. He wants to know what grade granulated compost, what grade your granulated compost is derived from.
It comes from it's just from lawns. It's grass and it's leaves, and it's all OMRI listed compost. But we get it tested at least once a month. Make sure it fits within all those standards, and it's the best of the best. It's from the Pacific Northwest up in Seattle. So.
Yeah, he also asked, speaking of the Pacific Northwest, I think obviously when a lot of people think of seed, they think of the Pacific Northwest. I think it was Golf Course on also. So why the move from Washington to Indiana?
It just gets me more central to all of our customers. About 80% of our customers are east of Mississippi, within the Midwest and East Coast. And I picked Evansville, Indiana. It's 2 hours from the place. It was about 5 hours from even more. So 2 hours from Nashville, 2 hours from Louisville, 2 hours from St. Louis, 2 hours from Indy. It just made a lot of sense to relocate.
More practical sense for you. Even though Washington's beautiful, it's hard to leave that place, but it makes sense for business wise.
Yeah. Cost of living wise as well. Definitely.
Yeah, that's helpful too.
A little cheaper. So
it's a little expensive out there.
Hey, so when you put that down, let's say I had a bare spot and I put some down, do I have to water it different than I do grass seed? And I also heard or read that you can just mow over it. Is that correct?
You can mow over it, yeah. Yep. I mean, if you really wanted to pop quick, you maybe just water it a couple times a day, maybe 5 minutes. But a lot of people just don't change their watering schedule. For homeowners that aren't into lawn as much as you guys are, they just put it down, keep their watering schedule the same, especially with that yellow jacket coated seed, and you're good to go.
That's cool. I mean, that's like
guys, they don't change their schedule at all. So they just throw it down.
Just like little spots, just drop some of that Turfmend in there and just keep going and just forget about it. That'd be kind of cool.
I just forget about it. I mean, I know it's a simple concept, but it's just about making lives easier. You know what I mean? So.
Well, I mean, I think.
Go ahead. You go, Nate.
I was gonna say. I think everyone. I mean, even us. Like, we have spots in our yards that, whether it be around a sidewalk or, I mean, how many of you guys have the delivery drivers that walk across the corner, from your driveway to your sidewalk, or whether they're going to cut that corner?
Yeah.
Kids in the neighborhood, maybe the neighbors or whatever, they're always running back and forth, essentially in a centralized location, or for me, what I was thinking is like my swing set. So where my kids, where they drag their feet on the swing set, they're dead spots, and I can never get anything to grow because it takes too long, and they go back and play on it and they wear it down. And it's just like, I've never been able to get anything to grow. Even if I have, they kill it off super quick. So like, my thoughts are going to like, oh, this would be a good product to hopefully quickly establish and get some grass growing back there where they're always playing on the swings and the slides and stuff like that.
I was definitely one of those kids that ran across my neighbor's yard. I got yelled at every day because I'd walk home from school and I would just, my old neighbor he'd yell at me. He'd come out of his house every day I'd cut right across his yard.
Yep. Yeah, and looks like the old deer paths where they got it worn down from doing it so much. But
what's the plan for when you guys do get up and running on like Home Depot or Lowe's? For those of us that would use that, maybe are we talking like 35-pound bags or 25? What bag size?
The 8-pound bags on those websites.
Okay.
So we teamed up with a company called JB Instant Lawn out of Oregon, and they're taking over all of our retail sales, and we're going to do like a co-branding with them. So they work a lot with Mountain View seed, but we're gonna still use Barenbrug seed in those 8-pound bags. We kind of came to agreement with both Barenbrug and Mountain View for that. And, so they're doing all the retail side, and then we're going to continue to do the commercial side with the big. So they just have a lot of experience in the retail.
So that 8-pound bag, what's your square footage that you recommend, or what's it say that covers for rate?
About 100 square feet.
Okay.
Yeah. And the bigger bags, there's enough seed in the bigger bags to do about 500 square feet, but we put 425 on there. If you're going to overseed, like if you're aerifying, a lot of lawn care companies will verticut, aerify, and then they'll put it in a spreader. You can get 1,000 square feet if you get to overseeding, because there's about 3.5 pounds of grass seed in that 35-pound bag. So,
Have you had anybody?
That's how you use it.
Oh, sorry. Have you had anybody just like seed a bare dirt with it, just broadcast it everywhere and just seed a lawn from it? Does anybody use it for that?
You could, but it'd be so expensive that I don't think I would do that. I mean, I'd love to. If you guys want to do it, you can, but I think you'd want to hide your seed and then you spot seed with it. So
I'd totally do that.
it'd get pretty expensive.
Yeah.
So.
But so going back to the beginning, when you said you were working on it for like 4 years, I believe, and then now you're finally full time. Like, what was it like when you first got the idea? What were you doing, and then how it progressed from there? Like, I'm kind of interested in that story.
So I got fired from my golf course job about 5.5 years ago. And another superintendent called me up, and he was having issues with his divots. So I gave him my formulation, and then he called me the next day. He's like, "I can't believe how quick it grew," and he's like, "You got to sell it." And it me and him started working together, and it took off from there. And we just thought it'd be easy. We mix it up all the time, and we thought it'd be easy to put in a bag. We thought it'd be easy to take it to market. And it's just not. I mean, every single state has different seed laws. Finding the right bags, finding the right distributors, finding a blender. Like, we went through a blender before Barenbrug. It was just a disaster. Thank God Barenbrug stepped up, because they made our life a lot easier. They know all the seed laws. They're registered in all the states. They've kind of put us on the right path to success. And I made a lot of mistakes, but you just can't give up, right? Had a lot of distributors tell me it's a stupid idea, no one will ever buy it, so I'll go into their areas and I'll just sell direct. Sometimes they'll come back and say, "Hey, we want to sell your stuff. We were wrong." And a lot of the times you'll just have to find a different distributor. So
Yeah,
I mean, I basically started this year out with one decent distributor, who was a Horizon store out of Spokane, Washington, and Hayden, Idaho, and we're now up to 9. A lot of it, like Twitter, like I'm not a big fan of Twitter, and it took a lot of convincing to get on Twitter, but all the turf pros are on Twitter, like golf course guys, sports field guys. I mean, and they all want you to be successful. Being a former superintendent, they want to work with you. So I say 75% of my sales each year were direct contacts from Twitter. So it's crazy.
Drunk one guy says he gets fired and he says, "Hold my beer," or "Hold my grass." Yeah. I like that.
It all happened for a reason, right? So.
Yeah.
You're selling like directly to like universities now as well, right?
Yeah,
like
we sold to Georgia Tech. We sold to a couple Big Ten schools, University of Illinois, Indiana University. I sold to Stanford the other day. So we're starting to get a lot of sports field guys that are buying ours.
And what's the major sport that they're using for their golf program, or like
baseball fields and soccer fields were mainly. We sold to a little school in Kentucky called Berea College, and they bought a pallet of compost for their soccer. They loved it.
Yeah, the baseball thing makes complete sense. Like right around the pitcher's mound, because the pitcher's he's gonna come off, walk, take a few steps towards the catcher. So that's always beat up, especially by the end of a season. You look at any high school field, college field, even the pros. As good as they are, there's a little bit of worn down right there. And I definitely see how it's a good product for those applications. So it makes sense.
So one of our sales guys, Mike Lord, out of Oregon, he's a baseball coach, history teacher, and he takes care of his baseball field as well. And he posted pictures of using a drop seeder with the product, which I've never seen anyone do. And then that started to get around. So then we sold to a couple minor league baseball fields, the Tacoma Rainiers, and then we also sold to the Salem Red Sox in Virginia. And then the colleges started seeing people using it through drop spreaders and all through Twitter. They all saw it on Twitter.
That's
Twitter's
pretty awesome.
it's a different animal. So,
It's the power of social media, you know.
yeah, it's like I didn't even have to leave my house. It makes it easy. So,
Nice.
and I was working full time. I was maybe working on this 10 hours a week, and it just got to the point where you make more money on your side hustle than you are on your job, and it was just time to quit. And
So like, oh, you were kind of cutting out there.
I was just saying it's the American dream, right? Do your own thing.
Yeah.
The
Your own
8-pound
boss.
bags are like, so what makes Turfmend compete or better than like if I was to buy a Scott's Easy Seed as a DIY homeowner or something along the lines? I mean, is there a different formulation or
I mean,
higher
we
quality
try to
seed?
use product that's gonna benefit the soil, like the compost, right? It's all natural, organic. It's ONRI listed. The peat moss we use is ONRI listed. So it actually creates an environment where the grass is gonna thrive. And then we use all professional grade seed. There's no weed seed, there's no inert matter. You know, we're in the professional division at Barrenbrook, so we don't get the lower quality retail seed. We do all the best. I'm not
that's big right
sure.
there.
Yeah, so I'm not sure all what Scott's does, but I think they have a paper product of some sort. I mean, putting paper into the soil, you're putting poison. Like with hydroseed, when you put paper, it holds moisture, a lot of moisture, but there's also ink and a bunch of chemicals in that benefit and create a good growth environment at all. So
Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, the weed seed content, yeah, I always notice that's really high in a lot of the brands at big box stores. So
yeah, there's no weed seeds in any of our products at all.
Will that be the same once it starts being distributed to like big box stores? I think you mentioned Home Depot and Lowe's. Will the seed content still be the same?
Yeah, we're taking the yellow jacket coating off of it just to prevent any issues, I guess, with inexperienced homeowners. So it's just going to be raw seed, but it will still be professional grade seed. So there'll be no inert matter, no weed seeds at all. So JB and Salon, they always use professional grade seed, and we'll continue to do that.
Yeah, that bag of the Scott's Easy Patch or whatever, I saw one at Menards a couple months ago, and it was like 6.5% weed seed, which I mean is pretty wild if you compare that to what like you would normally buy. But
right.
When those look like they have like that cheap ass like a potting soil crap in there too. Like it's not like compost and peat moss and stuff. It's like that fluffy, cottony garbage. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, ours is more expensive, but we stand by our product. If somebody has an issue, my number's on the website. So they can call me and we'll get them another bag. So
I think you touched on a little bit earlier, Jeff, but some other guys are asking again is, you know, are you guys impacted by the seed shortage? And also, how are you keeping up with supply chain slowdowns that's plaguing everybody right now?
So Barrenbrook's impacted by the seed shortage. So we are. So we put our estimates in, our projections in with Barrenbrook, and I think they're going to do their best to save as much as they can for us and meet our projections. I had to put those in very early in order to secure my seed. Supply chain issues. We get all of our stuff from the United States. We're not really having any supply. One of the goals of our company is to support other small companies throughout the U.S. To help them thrive as well.
What's kind of surprised you or stood out to you as you've come over into the homeowner market compared to the professional market? What
I guess
differences do you see?
What was the last part?
Like what kind of differences and stuff that you see, or something maybe you weren't expecting that happened?
We're just starting to kind of get more into the homeowner market. So this year will be our first year going into the Home Depots.coms and Lowe's.com. I imagine there's going to probably be a lot more questions than there will be with the professionals. So it's going to be an interesting transit for sure.
So like, I guess one thing I foresee happening as you get into Lowe's and Home Depot is your customer service is probably going to have to be ramped up.
Right.
Is that something you've thought about?
Yeah, and that's one of the main reasons we are working with JB Instant Lawn, because they are extremely knowledgeable in the retail industry, and they have a lot bigger company than I am and a lot more customers than me. So I work directly with them, and if they have any obscure questions they can't answer, they'll contact me. But that's definitely one of the reasons we did join.
Gotcha.
So hey, we were talking a little bit last night, getting prepared up for the show, and it sounds like there might be a bit of a giveaway in order for tonight for those folks in the live chat.
Right.
What are we doing, Jeff?
We've got a cool hat. It's a green and white. It's a puka hat.
It's a bear, not a raccoon, Dave.
It's a bear. Prepare the bear. I can give some stickers away if you want. We can. I don't know. I've got 5 or 10. So if there's some people that want stickers, runner-ups, and then we'll give either a 35-pound bag or a 50-pound bag away. So just do like a coupon for next year or something.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna log into my fake account real quick.
I know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Those
Brian,
spots put together.
I said Brian needs that 50-pound bag to repair his backyard with all those dog piss spots.
3 months ago, like after springtime, I probably will need 50-pound bag.
You'll be out there every week playing catch up, like a little bit here, a little bit there.
Brian's gonna be throwing it on like this.
Yeah. Call me Turfmend Bay, right?
There you go. So let's do type Turfmend in the chat, and what we'll do is we'll do a drawing. The first drawing, we'll draw for the hat, and then after that will be the 50-pound bag, and then we can do a couple stickers after that. So we'll draw it out of the same wheel. So if you're wanting to try out some of that Turfmend quality product, type Turfmend in the chat, and we'll get you thrown into the wheel. Bill, don't be typing Turfmend. I see you over there.
I was literally typing Turfmend. Confused Brian. Wait a minute.
Yeah. So
they
Brian,
can kind of just pick what they want. Like if somebody wins and they're in the South and they want Bermuda, we'll give them Bermuda. If they want bluegrass or tall, it doesn't matter. We'll have plenty in inventory next year.
Oh yeah.
We'll get them hooked up.
See the chat
Nice.
blowing up.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got 43 people in the chat, so we're hoping we got about 40 some people that are going to want to try a bag of this stuff.
Nice.
I think it'd be cool for, the winner. Obviously they're going to use it, and I think they're going to tag and promote and whatnot and kind of things, but I think it'd be cool for them to kind of do a little I don't know, like a little clip or a little like kind of progression of it. It's like here's what I'm going to use it for specifically. Here's day 1, here's day 2, here's day 3, and kind of do like almost like a diary type thing of like the progress of it. And I think that'd be super cool for everyone to see.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Because I know a lot of us do that with our grass. You know, hey, I planted in 6 days later, we got the little baby seeds coming up. But I just think it'd be cool to see like what specifically they're going to use it for. You know, because maybe it's an idea that some of us homeowners haven't thought of. You know, we threw out a few ideas tonight, but you know, it might be someone else using it for a different reason that we haven't thought of yet.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So,
What's the germination rate on that?
It says 85%, but it's typically higher than that. So that's Barrenbrook standard is they'll put 85% on there, but it's typically in the 90s.
Well, that was the big thing that they were saying when they were on. I was talking about as a homeowners and stuff. You know, they're looking at maybe ideal conditions. So, you know, if you're not doing it right, you know, you may not get 85%, but doing something like this may help kind of get you closer to it, especially if you're.
That's the goal.
You know, novice. Yeah.
Hold that moisture.
Hold the moisture.
well, that's kind of, you know, you're kind of paying for that. You know, you're not buying just grass seed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you expect, in my opinion, by using this product, you expect results, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and honestly, like when I was in my previous house, they tore up my whole easement or boulevard, whatever you want to call it. They tore up the whole thing when they were digging a pipe up. And it was one of those things where it was like, I think it was like November. And it was one of those things where it was like, yeah, like I don't want to play around with it. I don't have the time for germination. So I went for like the Scott's quick fix just to get something established and get something down. And that was my opinion. Like I was like, you know what, this better work because I'm paying, you know, what is it, 5% grass seed and the rest is, you know, wetting age or, you know, some moisture control and all that stuff. So I expected that stuff to work and it did. You know, then I came back in the spring, like overseeded it and added some more stuff and got it really good. But as a homeowner, that was my expectation was I'm buying this, I'm going to pay a little bit more, but I expect results out of it. And I think that's kind of the same customer base that you would have is I got a bare spot. I'm throwing this down. I don't want to baby it. I don't want to have to water it 3 times a day for 5 minutes. I'm just going to throw it down. I'm going to water it. I'm going to get some rain. And, you know, I expect some germination. I expect some results.
Yeah, and it's even higher stakes at golf courses or university sports fields. I mean, if they don't get results, I'll hear about it. And they'll never buy it again. So
True.
They should expect results. They pay a lot of money for it, and it works. So it took us a while to make sure everything was right, but we've got all the kinks worked out and pretty happy with the product.
Yeah. Have you had any?
If you were, I was gonna say, if you're a homeowner and you get one of the 35-pound bags and you don't use it all at once or all that first season, now that you have the bags figured out, what's the shelf life? Like if I were to buy a bag, you know, next spring and I don't use it all, would it still, you know, would I still expect it to do similar the following year? Or is there a?
Yeah, you should get at least 18 months out of it.
Okay.
I mean, if you store like grass seed, right?
Yeah.
In a dry, cool place. If you're storing it in a wet, warm place, it's going to germinate, obviously. So,
yeah.
You store it right, you should get at least a year and a half out of it. So.
Bill
the
doesn't know
sand
much about
product-
wet, warm places, so
Wet, warm place. Yeah.
Seed in there.
Premature germination is never a good thing.
Hey, so I ask a lot of guests this who come on who are company or pro. What does your home lawn look like?
Well, I just got this lawn, and actually, Barrenbrook sent me 2 50-pound bags of sod quality RTF with about
Nice.
5% HGT. And so I aerified, and I did kind of a dormant seeding right before winter. So it's right now it's Bermuda and weeds and some tall test. I'm gonna maybe have like a tall Muta lawn, maybe.
Tall Muta.
That's cool.
Nice.
Anyway, I think it will look good. It was treated seed. It had some fungicide on it, but I think it'll turn out well. So it's an embarrassment right now, though, for sure.
Work in progress.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture next spring. It'll be good.
Nice. I was gonna ask one of my questions. Are you a fescue guy or a KBG, or what's your go-to?
I like the mix of the KBG and the fescue. But down here, I think mixture of Bermuda, fescue, and KBG, I think it's going to be nice. We're kind of in the transition zone here. We're right on the border of Kentucky, so it's hot, it's humid. So I think 100% cool season might be tough down here for sure.
Throw that
Cody, I saw you were getting some germination, man. How's the lawn looking for you?
Oh
Just out of
man,
curiosity.
it's actually going pretty good. I think it's been 12 days, and it's almost fully covered with green. It's just kind of amazing, and I've never seen it before, so I'm really happy. And it was last minute, so I just we talk about all these big box stores. I didn't plan for this, so I just woke up one day and just went and bought it at a big box store, and it worked. It's working. One thing I did do is I have this little area right in the front of my house by my flower beds, and now that we're coming in the fall, the sun doesn't hit the whole yard anymore, and
Yeah.
it's blocked by some of my house. So Jeff had sent me a bag of some sun and shade mix, and like you said, 95 to 100 square feet, and I had that in there, and I was like, I was looking at it a couple days ago, and I was like, nothing's coming up right here because it's not getting any damn sun, not enough. And I was like, let's see what this does. I want to see what this does. So I did a little recording into that and out there in that little spot, and we're gonna see if get some germination coming in. I think it'll be all right, mixed well. But yeah, great. And
Nice.
I know next year I gotta go with some good seed, and yeah, I do need to pick up some more Turfmend for this damn piss. And speaking of that, my wife the other day, she was wanting to take the dog.
It's a good transition.
Let's not go there, man.
Piss. My wife just no. Yeah, she wanted to take the dog out front and to go pee, and I was like, no, what are you doing? I was like, no, back. And she looked at me and she's like, why? And he pisses in the backyard. Why can't he piss in the front yard? I was like, it's seeded. I was like, it'll kill. I was like, he kills
all the
piss
babies
in the backyard. I was like, no, Well, I just don't think that's true.
I hope she watches this, Cody.
Yeah, we're gonna clip that and send it to her.
Clip it and tag the shit out of you. That make sure she sees it.
But yeah, it's I'm pretty excited, guys, and you guys get some update pictures here, and maybe tomorrow or something.
What do you do? Annual ryegrass or perennial ryegrass or what?
I did perennial, and I get people like, well, why perennial? Why perennial? And I was like, I don't know, I've never done this before, so I just went with something that might come back next year. I don't know, but what I'm really planning to do, I'm really trying to plan out for this spring coming up and going into the summer and whatnot. I really want to throw down some really good some Bermuda seed.
Oh, nice.
And in the front yard as well. So that's another project going into that. So I don't know what all is going to come spring with this perennial rye, and I don't know if it's just going to die off or I'm going to have to kill it off or what. But
you might have to spray it out perennial rye.
That's what I'm thinking. But usually with my pre-emergence that go in there come February, it should take care of it. But I don't know.
You have to contact Mike at Barenberg and get some Monaco Bermuda grass.
There you go.
Oh man, I want that Monaco. Oh man, yeah, daddy.
You got a Monaco hat, don't you?
Huh?
You got a Monaco hat, don't you?
I do. Yeah, I really do. So I'm gonna video chat with Micah and wear that and only that and ask for some seed.
Hey, Ryan, how you doing on the wheel? How you doing on the wheel, man?
We're ready to go. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. While you guys were talking to stuff, I was just thinking, I was like, man, Jeff looks familiar. And I found his twin brother. That's a twin brother right there, man.
There it is.
One of my favorite actors. So hey, give him a shout out for me there, Jeff. All right. So
that's my wife's favorite actor too. Funny enough.
I just want to know
beautiful.
If I'm at the bar with Jeff and we get into a bar fight, if he's gonna whoop some ass like that dude would.
I would probably not.
Because when we're at the bar at GIE, I don't know. I was hoping you had my back if anything went down.
You're an Iowa fan, man. I don't have your back.
Let her ride. All right, so we got 31 entries. Long guy tried to get in there twice, but I caught him. He put in Turfmend twice. So this one is, what'd you say the first spin is for the hat?
The hat.
Yeah, let's do the first one for the hat.
All right, let me shuffle 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And full screen it. Here we go.
Had your tabs cleaned up.
Oh, and Ole's on top of it too.
Hey. Golf course.
Golf course.
There you go, buddy.
See you in a few, bro.
Where you at?
Congratulations.
All right, we're gonna do another one. You want to do another one now?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do another one.
All right, what's this one for?
So this will be for a bag.
Let's do
bag of
sticker.
seed.
A bag of seed. Oh, you want to do sticker?
I don't care. Whatever you guys want to do.
Let's hold on to the big sack till later.
There you go. Hold on to your sack.
All right, here comes a sticker.
Nice, Olee.
you sacked it right out.
So this is for a sticker, right? This is for a sticker?
Yeah, sticker.
Dave the Lecky gonna get the sack. Oh.
Trucker
John.
Trucker John.
Ew.
Okay.
Trucker John. That sounds like a fake name.
We'll do one more sticker and then we can chat a little bit more.
I like it.
Sure.
We still got one of the week,
we
man.
could do
We
that.
got So
Yeah,
many.
we can
One
do
more sticker and then we'll do Lawn of the Week.
Then we'll
Here's
come back
another
for
sticker.
the grand finale of the bag.
Mhm.
Nice.
Papa's mode.
Papa.
First
Ew.
guest, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
Sweet. Congratulations.
So someone said something about Lawn of the Week.
Is it mine? Did I win?
let's introduce this as far as everybody. I mean, let's go back to these newbies that may have not heard about Lawn of the Week. And so here at Keep Off the Grass Livecast, we were lucky enough to partner up with ProPete, who is sponsoring our Lawn of the Week. And you guys have the tremendous task of hashtagging it. That's all you got to do is make a post or a story and put hashtag KOTG Lawn of the Week. We're all following it. And for those people that are lucky enough to win it, you will get your choice of NPK that ProPete carries, and we get that sent out to you. So this week, we had some submissions, and I forgot who we picked.
Oh, man.
Well,
I
it's
don't know
kind of
why, because I walk around my house with this all day long.
Oh,
And that is yard hard.
Yard hard. Congratulations.
Congratulations, sir.
Ew.
That is what
Yeah.
she said.
So
Yard Hard.
Multiple entry and usually hanging up there in the top 3 spots for the last few weeks, and it was your time, buddy.
Yeah.
So-
looks good.
That is a nice looking yard you got there.
We need some Turfmen in the back there.
Yes, I see a spot for Turfmend.
Oh,
There we go.
So
Yep.
actually, in his defense, that picture on the right was, I think, his first mow on his new seed, and then the stuff on the left is like last week.
Oh, yeah, I can see it looks like it's.
I only put that other one in there just because he tagged it multiple weeks, and he was like top 3 a couple weeks a lot of times. So,
What you got to do, guys? Tag it, tag it, tag it, tag it.
I'm gonna do mine next week. See if I win.
There you go.
do it.
He's
Like,
got some good
yeah.
stripes for a small little area and lots of little
Yeah.
obstacles to mow around, dude. It looks pretty tight.
Looks good.
That's
Well,
what sold
there's-
it for me.
There's a pool in the backyard, so there's gonna be traffic. It's not one of those yards. I mean, I hate to say it, but like my front yard's like, dude, like kids, you're not playing on the front yard. That's gonna be the picture part, But like this thing,
Yeah.
if you got a pool in there, you got a fire pit, there's gonna be some traffic on there. So
That's
to
true.
maintain it,
That's a good point.
and keep the stripes. I mean, kudos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
What, you got a
Yeah,
push
it
mower
keeps the
back
edges
there?
clean too. I feel like that makes such a huge difference. Like especially with a shorter cut like that, like looks clean around the fire pit and around all the the patio pavers there and stuff. I think it looks awesome.
So
Yeah.
message, keep off the grass to claim your bag of Pro Pete.
So Yard Hard's in the chat right now. He says that those spots are dog pee spots. So
Yep.
That
Need some
was-
Turfmen.
there you go. That'd be perfect for some Turfmen. So maybe I think, are we ready to give a bag away? Should we go back to the wheel and give a bag away or what?
We could. I kind of want to see what Ole's got going on with his germination, talking about germination, seed, Barenbrug. It looked pretty green from that couple shots you posted, a couple of clips you sent us. So what you got going on?
Olee sound like early in his stories, he was walking around with the Yard Hard.
It's getting pretty excited. I won't have a yard hard until I can mow some stripes, though. It'll just stay. It'll just
Half chub.
Yeah, chub. There you go.
Yard chub. I like it.
Mildly excited yard.
Yeah. Once I'm able to lay some stripes across there, it's going to be great. But it's filling in pretty good. It's getting pretty pumped about it. It's one of them deals from the street. It's looking real good, but when you put the bird up in the sky, you can see all the bald spots. But it's coming. The drone photos don't lie.
Hey, you're working with Underhill coming up, Olee? I heard.
Underhill.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I was talking with Ken Newcomb the other day. He said you were going to work with him.
Yes, sir. Yep. They got some very neat stuff. They got some.
Yeah, they've got good products.
Yeah. Yep.
They got the level lawn,
heard of
and they
them.
got some wedding agent tablets that I used to use when I was in the golf industry. They got some cool stuff.
Yep. They're pellet gun, which I've had one of their pellet guns for a while, and they got different different products for as like you're saying, wedding agents. But I think where they shine is like on a lot of their hand watering, the hoses,
The
the
nozzles and
turbo
those.
shift nozzles and stuff like that.
Their nozzles are great, especially for the sports turf and golf course guys and homeowners.
Well, I got a fire going outside, so I got the Magnum ready. That way, if I get to play firefighter, I mean, it's pretty impressive when you got some decent water behind it.
Nice.
I like to have the turbo shift, but
Those Magnums have good coverage.
Oh yeah.
yep, from base to tip, right? Nothing gets by you, Brian.
We're so dumb.
I thought we were pretty good up until now.
Extremely quiet, no giggles.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can spin for the big sack with that said.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Back to the Barenbrug right quick, Zach.
Yeah.
It's kicking. That yellow grass seed is kicking. I like that stuff. One thing is I'm getting where I can't halfway see, I believe. It makes it really easy to see when you do spread it. So there's no guessing on coverage and stuff of that nature. I know it's got its other benefits as far as, their like he was saying earlier, it's got their the coating for us to hold the moisture. It's got the fungicide in there to where if you do overwater or get too much rain, there's a lot of other stuff. But what I thought was really cool is just a day of kicking it out. Man, I mean, you just tell your coverage. You can tell if you need a little more, or a little less, or where you're at as far as your spreader gate. That's pretty wicked stuff.
That's why we use it in ours, because regular seed, you can't see it in our product, but that yellow jacket coated seed, it stands out really well in our product. And it's Iowa colors too, which is really cool. So
there you go.
Which I wanted to ask you real quick, Jeff, because you did say that if you guys did go to, or when you guys go to the Home Depot, you guys are going to get rid of the yellow jacket coating. Why is that?
Just the fact that it has that fungicide and the starter fertilizer in it, just for homeowners that aren't really familiar with handling that sort of product. It's just safer. So, but for the professionals, and we're going to continue with the yellow jacket coated seed. So
that yellow seed does interest me or interest me because, I've put down seed before and I was like, okay, I can't really see it. And I'd have to recalculate my rate a couple times in my head just to make sure that I really did do it. It sounds kind of dumb, but it's true. Like if I could see it, that'd be different.
It's highly visible. And then the other thing is when I was talking with Micah about it a good bit is you use less of a seed rate, because when you buy it, you buy 50 pounds, you don't get 50 pounds of grass seed because you have so much coating. Yeah, you get so much coating. And I was like, well, damn, Micah. And he's like, yeah, but you get a better germination rate, so you use less seed. Yep. I was like, okay. And
you get as much coverage in a 50-pound bag of coated seed as a 50-pound bag of raw
uncoated.
Seed. Yeah. And people like to argue with it, but they have study after study that proves it.
Grace Ortiz has a question for you, Olee. How much progress have you made with that big boulder you were chipping?
Well, the big one out at the road, I ended up putting a foot of dirt over it, and that's where the Barenbrug stuff is. That one was probably 100 feet long and probably 50 feet wide. I finally just screwed that whole idea, said heck with it, and covered it up. Now, where the other three are, I have finally, one of them now is gone. 16 inches is gone off the top of it. I'm every bit of 16. 20.
You wish.
Yep. That's folded in half. But anyways, I'm 16 inches below grade. The top of that one is gone, and I wish I would have had that saw a year ago. But I'm wonderful at dragging out projects. I can't believe I've been screwing with that for a year, but it's finally going to have grass seed on it here for too long.
Yeah, that's a really cool saw. But the question is, what are you going to do with it afterwards after you get those rocks done?
The saw?
Yeah.
Man, whatever I need to do, I might need to cut a window in a block building. I might need to. I got more rocks here. I mean,
so what are you gonna fill that hole with?
Dirt.
Sounds like a personal question.
That's 16 inches, but 16 inches of dirt.
I didn't know I know you were messing around with some of that horse-born, was it some of the stuff they were scooping out of the stalls and stuff? I know you mixed some of that in. I didn't know if you're gonna kind of do some compost and all that mixtures or what you're doing.
Well, what I done is I got some red dirt that's going in the bottom, and then the top probably 6-8 inches will go back with the original soil from here, and then on top of that I will blend in some of that compost from Soil 3.
Oh yeah,
Super Sod makes that Soil 3. Where they
is that those big yellow bags or whatever?
Yes, sir. Big yellow bags. Yeah. Now up there on that hill, that was a disaster because I was trying to take that red dirt and turn it into something. So I had got a bunch of free composted leaves. Well, then I was picking up, Pepsi bottles and tennis shoes and dog collars and everything you could ever think of. And then I did get some of that stuff from where they cleaned a bunch of horse stalls, and it was basically horse poop and just shavings, and it had rotten down. It was really rich. It was good stuff, but it will grow more than likely a lot of weeds, from the horse feed and all that kind of mess.
Yep.
So I know whenever that got dumped out there and spread, and I didn't do anything for a while. I had like stalks of corn. I had some tomato. I had all kind of stuff start coming up that was not put there. So, but one rock's gone.
Irritating.
2 more to go. Going to the chiropractor barn and get back at it.
I bet.
It's whooping me.
How heavy is that saw?
The saw's not bad at all. The problem is you're bent over or you got one leg, you're in all these great positions.
Should be getting you ready for the winter.
Yeah. And then you're soaking wet. But it'll whoop on you. Like I say, in all kind of crazy angles, and the saw's not bad at all. It's just trying to do it without getting hurt. If you already got a hurt back, it don't take much to make a hurt back,
Gotcha.
And it just hooks up to the hose where it's constantly just squirting water.
Squirting water, yes, sir.
That's awesome.
The water is there just to to keep things cool and
lubricated.
I didn't want to say that, but yes. I didn't want to give y'all anything to roll with, but it's lubrication and cooling.
Nice.
And I killed one chain, which is pretty phenomenal. All the cuts that I made in that pink granite finally just killed a chain. So, which I'm happy with that because the way it's worked out, I ended up cutting several sections in the top, and I was going to cut windows in it and then just break. Well, that's a lot of cuts. So I finally ended up cutting it down the back and across a couple times, and then come around just like basically try to cut the top off, and then just take some chisels and start popping all those lines, and it's just popped right off. Just give it somewhere to break to.
Crazy.
So, just wish I was a year ahead of where I'm at, but live and learn.
Yeah.
So I have to say, I think the chat's kind of helped out. Happy Mow Clothing came up with a new slogan and said, "Practice safe mowing."
I like that.
See that on a t-shirt probably pretty soon.
There you go.
All right, so should we do this sack giveaway, this last bag?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it, man.
All
Papa
right.
wants to know who he contacts to. Who does he need to contact?
You can just send me a message on Instagram, or my email's on my website.
Turfmend.com or
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. Contact Jeff. He's getting names down, or we'll go back and give out names.
Give me your address.
I'm going to shuffle it 3 more times just to mix it up a little bit. 1, 2, 3. All right. Good luck.
Holy.
Yes, sir. Do 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 do.
Hey.
Ooh.
Oh,
Hold on.
And
your Velvet himself.
This
you
KOTG
want
Lawn of the
promotion,
Week.
you got the man right there.
I think he just missed out on the hat. When we spun for the hat, wasn't he right next to?
And he's
Might
a
have
lot
been.
like Homestead.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Congratulations, Velvet. So that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
The streak of KOTG Lawn of the Week winners continues. You win that, and you come up and win another giveaway in our chat. So
And then there's the
Hey, man, it pays
1,000
to
giveaway.
It pays to watch.
1,000
Yeah.
subscribers.
Yeah. What do we?
Where are we at? We're at
What,
918.
918? We're getting so close.
You giving away stuff at 1,000 or what?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yeah, we got a
We gotta get
lot
that
of
up
the
this
a lot of the guests that have came on, a lot of the companies that we're working with, they've kind of agreed to partner up with us for the 1,000 giveaway. And so far, what we got lined up is going to be pretty big. So
Yeah.
What we need to do is start planning for the 1,500 giveaway.
There you go.
because
Yeah.
the 1000's got a boatload of stuff already.
Yeah, let me see what I got. Let me see if I still got that, Olee. Yeah, I got. So this is part of it, a full year program from Mike from Micro Life
Wow.
or 4,000 square foot lawn. You know, that's a lot of money right there. So
Yeah.
help us
Yep.
get to 1,000. Somebody could have that, and that's just one.
Yep.
Yeah,
And I got
that's just like a part of it. Like
I got a $200 Simple Lawn Solutions gift card that I'm throwing in. So that'll be one of the prizes as well.
And there will be
got-
multiple winners, guys. This isn't just all going to one person. So there will be a big chance of people winning this. So keep telling people and subscribe so we can get everybody involved in it.
May
We
have
need to
a
get it. We need to get a list together of everything and then post it up, because there's
Yep.
some Simple Lawn Solutions. There's the Micro Life. There's the stuff Nate's got.
What's Barenberg doing? Yeah,
I'm sure Barenbrug will step up.
sure.
got
Oh, Mike.
another got another ice ball from Spiker. So we
Mhm.
throw in an ice ball Spiker spreader.
There's Mike.
And Rug. Yep, there's Micah. That was us at the GIE. So if you guys haven't checked out those 3 episodes, check them out.
And there's sales rep for the South and Cassie, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Sports turf.
mhm.
Yeah, real smart. I'd like to get her
Very
on.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
But no, we got a lot of stuff lined up.
He's
So
throwing a bunch of stranger in the dark stuff.
No.
Oh, you're gonna get a
You're in
video
the
on
dark.
that. You're gonna
Yeah.
get a video on that.
The stranger in the
Oh,
house. That's what it was. Stranger in the house.
That's
Sorry,
part. That's part
in
of
the
the.
dark.
Lights, man.
That's part of the after show, right?
One's a Halloween version. One's a all year round version.
all right.
Cool.
It's gonna get
Should we wrap it
nasty.
up, boys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you, Jeff.
Thanks for coming on.
Well, thank you, Jim. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We're gonna actually be selling some just straight grass seed on our website coming up too. We're gonna have some tall fescue going live in a couple weeks. Let's start doing that. So
Nice.
Yeah, like
It
me
was
some tall
real
fescue.
helpful and informative of you to come on, because there's a lot of people in the chat that hadn't heard about Turfmend, and sounds like they've got some spots in their yard that they're going to pick up some bags and start filling in. So I think it was
Awesome. Yeah, it's
helpful.
good. Yeah, thanks, guys.
No, appreciate having you on. So thanks everyone for joining us tonight.
I like your shirt, Nate. It's good. Good looking shirt.
Thank you. That's what happens when the Hawks win the old trophy from Minnesota. You got to represent. So.
You guys got lucky, man. You got lucky.
Hey, every once in a while, luck wins. So that's
I mean,
all right. I'll take it.
KU beat Texas too, so
That's true.
kind of a
That's
weird
true.
week. Yeah.
Strange
So-
things.
I'll take it. So, but with that, you know what I'm going to say? Go Hawks.